What is the challenge here for Washington to work with governors, to work with state and local officials who are now, Governor Malloy is dealing with the emergency, but he is going to move very quickly to trying to show some real leadership here?
Well, you know, there has to be, the sides in this are so polarized. You know, you have a gun lobby that doesn't want any regulation whatsoever, any background checking whatsoever. So 40% of all guns sold in this country legally are sold without background checks. So there's that, you know, people call this the loophole, but it's bigger than a loophole, and that's one area. But one of the other issues, and this is why the conversation always goes off the rails, is that people in the anti-gun side of things tend to demonize the legal gun owners and treat them as barbarians instead of people that they have to have a dialogue with. So you have Brady campaign is in the middle. Brady campaign has done a very good job in my coverage of not demonizing people who own guns and believe even in the right of self-defense.
Well, to that point, Jeff, they were here yesterday. We did a segment on this very subject, and they said they were not arguing with the Second Amendment rights.
No, they've given that fight up. Yeah,
they're talking about the 40% who are not covered at all by any kind of background check.
Right. No, you know, and Dan Gross, who's the president, you know, I was speaking to him recently about this. There's the loophole issue, and then there's this separate issue, which is how do you keep the non-adjudicated mentally ill? People who haven't been committed involuntarily. How do you keep them from gaining access to weapons? It's a very small portion of the mentally ill community, but this raises questions that make the gun show loophole look like an easy problem, because, you know, you're talking about psychiatrists and therapists reporting people they feel might one day be dangerous. I mean, it's a very, look, we don't know who this person, we don't know anything about these people, but we know from past experiences, Gabby Giffords, Aurora, and going back to Columbine, we know that mental illness, this is the vector. The vector is mental illness plus access to weapons, and that is you know, that's something that has to be explored deeply, even though it's incredibly troubling about medical privacy issues and et cetera. But it's something that has to be done.